I don't want to say goodnight. It's strange, isn't it? How those words can carry so much weight. For so many of us, the experience of being a fangirl is intertwined with the feeling of being connected to something that feels eternal. A K-pop group becomes more than just a set of idols. They represent hope, comfort, escape, and sometimes even a sense of purpose. As I sit here thinking about those words, I don't want to say goodnight, I realize it's more than just a phrase, it's a chapter. It's the last line in a book you've spent years reading, but you're not ready to close yet. But isn't that exactly how growing up works? Let's rewind, back to the days when everything was fresh, new, and electrifying. Remember the first time you stumbled upon your favorite group? Maybe it was a music video. Maybe it was a dance cover. Whatever it was, you couldn't stop watching. Their energy was contagious. Their music was a reflection of your own emotions, and suddenly, they were everything. Those first comebacks felt like personal celebrations. You counted down the days, the hours, the minutes. You had a group of friends online who understood the thrill. The fan chants, the hashtags, the teasers, the interviews, they were like little pieces of a universe you got to be a part of. You were in it deep, and it felt amazing. At that time, saying goodnight felt almost impossible. There was always one more thing to do, one more video to watch, one more live performance to stream. Every night felt like it was just an extension of the day before. It was a continuous, endless wave of excitement, energy, and devotion. But slowly, something begins to shift. And no, it's not because of the group. It's not that they've changed or that you've stopped loving them. It's something deeper. It's you. As time goes by, we start to grow in different ways. The person you were when you first discovered them is not the same person you are now. You begin to realize that life is calling you in different directions. Maybe it's school, work, new hobbies, new relationships. Or maybe it's just the fact that you've evolved into someone who no longer needs that kind of external energy to feel whole. And with that realization comes a quiet, unspoken sadness. Because letting go, or at least allowing your relationship with them to change, can feel like losing a part of yourself. It's like saying goodbye to an old friend who helped you through some of your best and worst moments. And so, those words, I don't want to say goodnight, start to feel a little different. Saying goodnight isn't just about ending the day. It's about ending something else. The familiarity of a habit. The comfort of knowing they were there whenever you needed them. But with change comes the inevitability of distance. Here's the tricky part. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you stop loving them. In fact, the love you have for them is deeper than it ever was. It's just different now. You don't feel the same rush of adrenaline when a new music video drops. The heart-pounding excitement you once felt is now more of a warm, nostalgic feeling. You start to realize that you no longer need to know every detail about their lives. You start to trust that your memories with them are enough. But there's still a tug, right? A small part of you that feels like you're abandoning something that once made you feel like you were seen. But here's the thing. Change doesn't mean the end of something beautiful. It just means you're evolving into a version of yourself that has room for more. Room for new dreams, new inspirations, new passions. And what you felt with them, those late night sessions, those fandom moments, those shared experiences, isn't going anywhere. You still carry it with you, tucked away in your heart. You don't have to keep saying goodnight every day to show your love. You just have to let it be, knowing that it's a part of your story, but it's no longer the whole story. So, here's the truth. You don't have to force yourself to say goodnight to them. You don't have to let go entirely if you're not ready. But you can give yourself permission to let your relationship with them evolve. And maybe, just maybe, saying good night isn't a final goodbye. It's just a way of saying, I'm okay. I'll still remember the good times. I'll still love you, just in a different way. Because in the end, the love you once had doesn't disappear. It transforms. It becomes a part of who you are. And no matter where life takes you, you'll always carry a piece of them with you. Good night to the memory.